Poetry Out Loud is a competition that encourages students to learn about poetry while they master public speaking skills and build self-confidence. Zachary Howitt of Northern Cass High School was North Dakota's 2017 State Poetry Out Loud champion.
As a sloop with a sweep of immaculate wing on her delicate spine, and a keel as steel as a root that holds in the sea as she leans. I love watching movies, and I love writing. Poetry is very much for everybody to enjoy. It doesn't matter what your background is, you can always find something unique to talk about in poetry. I will take poetry with me into college. My future plans are to attend Minnesota State University Moorhead to major in English writing and film production. I'm really excited to maybe blend poetry with writing with film into this one thing and bring it back to North Dakota so that everybody can enjoy it here.
Death, be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so.
Poetry Out Loud is this competition. It starts in classroom level where kids pick out a poem from this website and they practice and analyze it and rehearse it, and finally they perform it in front of their classrooms, and then they proceed to the school competition, the school-wide competition, where they pick another one. And then the winners from that competition go to the state competition and they pick a third one, which they are able to perform if they make it to finals. You're encouraged to pick poems that show range. If it's a poem that you can relate with, that's the best kind of poem that you should pick. Something that you can really internalize and it becomes part of you when you start reciting it. At the state competition, you need one poem that's less than 25 lines, and you also need another poem that precedes the 20th century. The criteria the judges have to decide who wins is physical presence, voice and articulation, appropriateness of dramatization, accuracy, and overall performance. So you have to have this blend of evoking enough emotion, but not too much emotion where it overshadows the meaning of the poem. It's not about the person who recites the poem, it's about the poem itself. You are just the vehicle through which the audience hears and experiences the poem. As a sloop with a sweep of immaculate wing on her delicate spine, and a keel as steel as a root that holds in the sea as she leans. Leaning and laughing, my warm-hearted beauty, you ride. You ride. Overall, it's just kind of nerve-wracking. When I'm sitting there waiting to do my poem, and the person before me has gone up and gone back down, and I'm waiting for the judges to get done judging, I'm kind of just slowly breathing to myself, this will be great. But once you get up there, something happens, something just switches. You feel like you're part of something. I love reciting poetry, and I was just trying to enjoy the sound of the words as I was saying them.
And now it is with great pleasure that I announce the 2017 Poetry Out Loud State Champion, Zach Howitt from Northern Cass. Congratulations.
It felt great to finally get this first place. The past 3 years, I went to the state competition, and I got second the first 2 times. Once it got to this year, I was like, okay, this is it. I can do it. And so it was my final year to just be up there on the stage. I love being in front of an audience reciting poetry, but to finally win, that was really exciting and it really invigorated me. All this hard work, it's paid off in the end. I am wondering, what became of all those tall abstractions that used to pose, robed and statuesque in paintings, and parade about on the pages of the Renaissance, displaying their capital letters like license plates? Poetry Out Loud is just a wonderful experience overall, and I feel so much more strengthened in my abilities to speak and to understand poetry, and also to get in front of people and to share emotions and to have this community of thought and of experience. And so Poetry Out Loud has taught me you can be from any background, but you can still show what you know into poetry. My poem is Holy Sonnets, Death Be Not Proud by John Donne. It's about this poet who's kind of sticking it up to this abstraction of death, saying, you're not as powerful as you think you are. I'm better than death. You are not powerful, because after we die, we're raised to eternal life. And I just love that in his voice. Holy Sonnets, Death Be Not Proud, by John Donne. Death, be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom thou think'st thou dost overthrow die not, poor Death, nor yet canst thou kill me. From rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be, much pleasure, then from thee much more must flow, and soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls' delivery. Thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men, and dost with poison, war, and sickness dwell. And poppy your charms can make us sleep as well, and better than thy stroke. Why swell'st thou then? One short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die.
Prairie Mosaic is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008, the North Dakota Council on the Arts, and by the members of Prairie Public.